segment on Wisdom Window with me, Miss Warner. So, in our last lesson, we learned about distributive property and how to use that to find area, and as well as compare it with our area formula, right? And so now we're going to use that information about distributive property to help us learn something new. Today we're going to be looking at shapes that have shaded parts and non-shaded parts, and we're going to use our knowledge of the distributive formula to help us in solving these problems. But before we dive in, there's a couple steps that we need to first practice and acknowledge before we start practicing some more of these problems. So now we're going to work on the steps to finding the area of a shaded figure. Step 1, we're going to find the area of the entire rectangle or the whole figure. Second, we're going to find the area of the non-shaded area. And third, and we're going to subtract to find the area of the shaded figure alone. And lastly, we're going to make sure that we write our answer in square units because we are talking about area and we multiplied to find our answer. Now, since we know the steps of how to find the area of a shaded figure, let's go try out some problems. All right, let's go. All right, so now since we know the steps on how to solve an area of a shaded figure, now we're going to do some more practice using our practice 14-6. And that is labeled problem solving, solve a simpler problem. So I'm going to model how to solve number 1, and then together we're going to solve 3 and 5. So first of all, the first step that I need to take is to read the directions. And they're pretty short, so let's read them. Solve. Use simpler problems. Okay. So now we know what the main thing that we needed to do is. And now I'm going to have us read our word problem. And it says, Miss Finn is going to tile her kitchen floor. The shaded part of the figure is the part that needs to be tiled. What is the area of the shaded part? Okay, so now we're going to be looking at this figure, and it looks like it's labeled here with 1 square yards, meaning that each of these square units is equal to 1 yard. So let's solve. Our first step is to find the area of the entire figure. So by that, we're going to do the entire thing, the shaded and the non-shaded. We're going to do this by using our formula of A, or area, equals the length times the width. So to find our length, I'm just going to count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So our length is 6. We're going to multiply our width. We're going to count that very corner box again because that is part of our entire side of our width. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to need to find the area of 6 times 6. And 6 times 6 is 36. All right. And then, is that all I need to do? Nope, not at all. We need to make sure that we write our area, no matter if that's our final problem or our final answer, or even just a step in a problem. It's going to help us to understand and remember that we need to write our area answers in square units. So I'm going to write 36 square, and then our measurement is the yard, so I'm going to write square yards. All right. And then our second step is that we need to find the area of the non-shaded area. And that non-shaded area is right here. Now, we could use the length and the width, but I think that's going to be kind of tricky since, we don't have an actual huge figure. It's in the shape of a backward C. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my prior knowledge of counting and labeling to find the area of this figure. So I'm going to count, and you guys can count along if you would like. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so the area of the non-shaded figure is going to be 12. And I'm going to make sure that I write in square units because we are talking about area. So I'm going to write 12 square yards. Okay. And then now our third step was to subtract to find the area of the shaded part alone. So in doing so, we're going to use the 36 of the area of the entire figure, and then we're going to use the area of 12, which was the area of the non-shaded, to find our shaded area. So we have 36 and then 12. We're going to subtract those two. All right, so 6 minus 2 is 4, and then 3 minus 1 is 2. All right, so what is the shaded, or the area of the shaded part? All right, it's going to be 24. So I'm going to write 24, and then I'm not going to forget to write my square yard, because that is our unit of measurement. All right, and then so that problem is finished. I'm going to move on to number 3 now. And remember, I'm going to prompt you with some questions so that way you can get some practice in solving some of these problems as well. So let's read the problem. Here it says Harrison High School has an H painted on the football field. The shaded part of the figure is the part that needs to be painted. What is the area of the shaded part? I'm just going to underline my question there so I remember what I need to do to write on this line. So what is our first step? What was that first step that we did? Can you remind me? Exactly. So we needed to find the area of this entire shape. So we're going to use our area of length times our width formula. And by this, we're going to just measure. We have a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have an area of, or a length of 6. And then let's find our width. We have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so same as last time. 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. And then, is that all we need to do? Is there something else we need to practice? Exactly, we cannot forget our square meters. This time we're talking about meters, so that's what we're going to write. All right, and then what is step number 2? Exactamundo. We're going to find the area of the non-shaded part. So we have our area, and we can do this either by using the area formula or we can use our strategy of counting on as well. And so since it looks like it's small enough area, I'm just going to use the counting on strategy again. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the area of the non-shaded part is going to be 8. 8 what? Exactly, square meters. All right, and then what is our final step? How do we solve that problem of what is the area of the shaded part? Yep, exactly. We're going to take the area of the whole figure and the area of the non-shaded, and we're going to subtract those. So we have 36 minus 8. All right, and what is 36 minus 8? Can you tell me? Ah, nice job. All right, so 36 minus 8 is 28. Is that my answer? Is that all I need to write, or is there something else I need to put in there? Yeah, I agree. So our area is going to be 28 square meters. All right, let's look at one more problem. So that's number 5. And it says, Luann is going to paint an L on her fence. The shaded part of the figure is the part that needs to be painted. What is the area of the shaded part? Okay, so this is the figure that we are going to be looking at for this problem. And our question that we need to solve is, what is the area of the shaded part? So what is the first step? Yep, exactly. You're getting the hang of it. We need to find the area of the entire figure. We're going to use our knowledge of our area formula to solve for that. So can you tell me what the length of can you tell me what the length of this figure is? How do you know that? Okay, cool. I'm going to check your work. So let's see, the length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so we have a length of 6. Okay, what is the width? Can you tell me the width? And how did you solve that? How did you find it? Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to check your work again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice job. All right, so now to find the area of the whole figure, we need to multiply 6 times 6. What is 6 times 6? Yes, 36. Is that all we need to put? Do we need to put units? Okay, yeah, square. Square what? Square unit, square elephant, square potato? No, exactly. Yeah, we're going to look at inches because that's what's labeled here. So 36 square inches. All right, now what is our second step? Yes, we are going to look at our non-shaded figure and find the area of that. Can we use the count? We can use the counting on strategy, or we can use the formula. It's totally up to you. Okay, yeah, let's use the area one. And then you know what? I'll go over the other one as well. So we have our area is length times our width. Can you find our length of the non-shaded area? Nice, I agree. Yeah, because there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So our length is 4. What is our width? Yes, I agree. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we need to find the area 4 times 4. What's 4 times 4? Nice. All right, 16. Is that all I need to do? Nope, you're right. Square inches. Okay, nice job. We are almost done. What is our last step to solve this problem? Exactly. We need to look at our area of the entire figure and then the area of the non-shaded area and subtract them. So we have 36, 16. We're going to subtract them. 6 minus 6 is, good, 0. And then 3 minus 1 is, good, 2. So our answer is 20. So I'm going to write 20. Am I done? No, I need to write my square units. Am I done? Oh my goodness, I forgot inches. Am I done now? Yep, I'm done. All right, very cool. So we got a lot of really good practice in today in finding the area of a shaded figure. All right, so now you guys can continue working on 2 and 4. Remember those 3 steps, and those are going to help you a lot in solving problems like these. So I hope you had a lot of fun learning about how to find the area of a shaded part. We learned a lot. We were able to use our knowledge of using some steps and also our background knowledge on area and the distributive property. So cool. It's pretty neat to see how all these different things that we learn really come together to help us grow, right? And now, before I read you some trivia questions, I want you to think, how can we use what we learned today to help us beyond the classroom? Now, remember, in one of the problems that I gave you, I think it was last time, we talked about how to find the distributive property or the area of a figure with an example of a garden. So just like how we were able to solve problems in our workbook with like painting an H on a football field, painting an L on a fence, or any other examples, there are endless opportunities for you to use area. So I hope you can think about some of the ways that you can use it at home and beyond. And then feel free to tell me either in our comment section below or in our Zoom meeting next time. I would seriously love to hear your ideas. All right, and now I have your answer from last time for the trivia, and then I have a new question for you. Are you ready? All right, so our question last time was, what is the largest animal on Earth? Did you know what it was? It is the blue whale. I know some of you guys did that as an animal for your feature creature project, right? Kind of cool that that is the largest animal on Earth. Imagine how big it is. It's huge. All right, and now I have a new question for you. Are you ready? It's a history one. The question is, in what U.S. state was the Civil War Battle of Gettysburg fought? So what state was the Civil War Battle of the Gettysburg fought? Do you know? All right, well, stay tuned until next time, and I'll tell you the answer. Until then, I hope you guys are doing great. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.